What's up guys, it's OP Killer B with another video on how to play an OP Frost. We're going to be talking about on how to use her properly and correctly, and also how to counter her. And hopefully at the end of the video you play a very good Frost. Get some more wins on ranked, unranked, or casual, whatever floats your boat. On this series that I'm making, I'm starting from the easiest operators to the most complex. So in my last video, if you guys saw it, it was basically Dock and Rook, an easy operator to start off with on the defense side. And today we're going to be focusing on Frost. Straight to the point. So here we have it. It's Frost, the Canadian defender. She's a 2 armor, 2 speed. Her special ability is she has 3 welcome mats, aka bear traps. She is an easy operator to play. Alright, let's go straight into her loadout. So she has 2 primaries and 2 secondaries, one being the Super 90 Shoddy for her primary, and the second being the C1. For the secondary weapons, it's personally your choice, whatever you want to run with. I like to go with the C1 as my primary and the Shoddy as my secondary to make rotation holes. You can use the Super 90 just in case if you want to play close quarters or just use a shotgun overall. But the obvious choice is the C1. It does 45 damage. It does have a slow fire rate of 575. Making it easy to control. That way when you shoot it, it doesn't have much of a kick. For the attachments, I like to go with the 1.5 scope. That way you can take those long range engagements. I like to equip it also with the extended barrel to help the damage drop off. And obviously the angle grip is the only choice you have. For my secondary, I like going the ITA 12S. And as for the gadgets, I always tell you guys it's always preference. Bring whatever your team needs, whatever map you guys are playing or site. She has a bulletproof cam and a deployable shield. But the most obvious choice is going to deployable shield just so you can combine it with your frost traps. So is Frost a roamer or is she an anchor? The answer is she can be both. Ever since they buffed her with adding that ITA 12 Shoddy for her secondary and giving her a 1.5 scope, I honestly think she is in a good spot, but she is not a priority. And if you're asking, well, if she's not a priority, then when can you pick her? And don't get me wrong, you could bring her at whatever rank you're in. You can bring her at diamond level, plat 2, gold 1, silver 4, doesn't matter. As long as you can make it work, as long as you can outsmart them, that's the best Frost. To go back to the question, when can you bring her? She is a situational operator. It all depends on the situation that you're in, the way that the attacking team is approaching the map, if they're bringing shield operators or if they're just plain rushing. Where are the most convenient, useful spots to place her traps? We are going to go over 5 ways that you can place your traps. Bear with me, I'm going to go ahead and explain them all. So the first spot where you can place your frost trap would be on windows. For those that are new, there are 2 types of windows that you can place them on. This right here is going to be the rappel window. These are the type of windows, doesn't matter if it's a big window or a small window. These are the windows that you can rappel on. But at a higher level, players that know what they're doing, players that are droning out and they're calling out, they can spot these traps and they're very easy to counter. All you have to do is rappel onto the window, go upside down, and just shoot the trap. You don't have to deal with it in the last seconds of the round. I know you're probably thinking, then what's the point of basically putting it on a window like this? But in reality, in the heat of the moment, or sometimes the players don't have time to drone out, one, it can work as an advantage for you. If the enemy decides to shoot it, it's alerting you that there's someone on the window. If they don't decide to shoot it, then when it comes to the last push, the last seconds of the round, then it does miracle. Like for example, on this window, teammate was in a 1v1 scenario. He was low health and he was fighting a nomad. The whole team, we were kind of nervous because any bullet that might have hit any of his limbs, his torso, anywhere in his body might have killed him and we would have lost the round. This is a rappel window and it worked. Next up would be the vault windows. These are the windows that you can only vault through, and these are the windows that you want to put your frost traps on because they're very hard to counter. As you can see right here, I'm trying to look for it. I'm leaning to get a better angle and I can't find it. These are the windows that you want to put your frost traps on. The only way to destroy them is by throwing either a grenade or an ash charge, something with an explosive. Now moving on to the second topic, which will be stairs. Stairs are a good way on outplaying your opponents. Reason being, when an opponent is going up the stairs, they're normally looking for enemies that are playing around the corners. They're expecting a certain angle that someone's holding, and so basically putting a trap there is a must. For example, on this part of the map, majority of the time when people are going up these stairs, they're always checking the corner, as you can see what I was doing, and they end up always walking over it. It's good against shields and any operator that's not paying attention. I'm also going to explain some stairs that are not so good. For example, on white stairs, this is one where normally when you go up the stairs, you're looking towards luggage, and then you peek 90, and you see how I'm still seeing the trap even though I'm not like extending my body to go over it. This is one of the stairs that you don't want to put a trap on. So now moving on to number 3, deployable shields and vault spots. These are also very good way to combine your deployable shield and your trap. It's almost kind of like what I was showing you guys earlier with the vault window, where they cannot shoot the trap unless they go over the shield, or obviously destroying it. These types of traps, it's kind of like pick your poison. It's either you peek the guy that's either holding an angle, or he's waiting for you to like make some noise so he can peek you, or do you look down, deal with the frost trap, and hopefully the guy doesn't shoot at you in the process. So it's kind of like you can't look left and right at the same time. To counter these vault traps, all you have to do is look down while you're vaulting and shooting the trap. So yeah, basically putting them anywhere where people need to vault. That's the best thing to do. When you just want to be sneaky, meeting them with the frost mat when they drop, this is the perfect way. I'm going to show you guys here. I put 3 frost traps, one on a deployable shield, the other one on a vault window, and the third one on a doorway, close to a doorway. She is an easy operator if you can't shoot and win those long range engagements or those close quarter engagements, or you're just a potato. Let the frost traps do the work for you. I'm pretty sure you can shoot someone that's just laying there on a frost trap. So just play smarter and outplay them and rack up the kills. And now point number 4 would be doorways. So what you want to do on doorways, you want to place your traps in a way where they get punished by having to peek, wide or a certain way to destroy the trap. Basically want to place it whenever they walk into a site and they're holding an angle onto something, they always end up walking onto the trap. Like this, I'm walking into the room trying to clear my angles. I'm basically aiming where normally the enemy's at, and I end up stepping on a trap. Here's another few examples that I did on border. Same concept goes in here. People walk in, they always check these type of angles or corners, so when they're walking into the room, they end up stepping on the trap. Or this one's pretty sneaky. This is the attacker, shooting. Sometimes defenders peek that. As an attacker, you end up pushing forward, peeking wide onto the doorway, and eventually they end up stepping on the trap. If you put the deployable shield or barbed wire, that helps conceal the trap. And the last point on where you want to put your frost traps would be on the floor. This is more of a troll spot in order to put your traps, where people just don't expect the trap to be there. You just don't know where to put them, or you ran out of time in the prep phase. Like for example, on this video, I ended up putting a trap on master bedroom, literally on the rug. I ran out of time and I had nowhere to put the last trap. As I'm holding the VIP room, I end up getting 50 points for an injured. And that's when I knew that I can't believe that actually worked. So there it is. Those are the 5 ways you can use Frost correctly, get the most out of her traps. And for those that stayed to the end, I appreciate it. I actually have a little surprise for you. I'm going to be showing you guys a little strat that I like to do with Frost on Villa. So for this setup, you're going to need at least 2 players. It's best if you have the whole squad. You can do it solo, but it's a little bit more risky. What you need is a Frost, a Jaeger, and a Maestro. And remember, this setup only works if they're pushing Master. So basically, you're going to put the 3 frost traps on 3 specific windows. The window that has an angle towards the closet, you put a shield on the doorway. The second trap, you're going to put it on the closet window. You're going to go ahead and reinforce the walls on the closet. Not all of them. You're going to have to make a rotation. And your last trap is going to be on the bathroom window. Jaeger's ADSs, you're going to place 2 in the closet and 1 in master bedroom to stop them from destroying the shield on the doorway. And the master cam, I guess you could just put it on top of the bed. That way it can help you destroy some drones. And if the enemy team wants to destroy the master cam, they are using utility. So if they use either an Ash Charge, Sophia Impact, or some nades, it works better for you because now there's less utility for them to use on you. And the last thing about this setup is you're playing in this closet to kill time and to burn as much utility as possible. You might die doing this setup, but that's the point. You're playing to die. And it's okay if you die, but try to kill as much time as possible and take as many drones with you, even players. That way when the push comes through, it's a lot easier for the defenders to hold down the site. Thank you guys for watching my Frost tutorial, the OP guide. If you guys like the setup, if you guys learned from this video, feel free to smash that like button. And if you want to see different operators or different setups on specific maps, go ahead and write them in the comments below. If you guys are a potato and you guys can't shoot, just remember to use your brain before your aim. This is OP Killer B. Thanks for watching.